Good morning, brethren. It's been a considerable time since my last video log, and many of you have come up to me and told me that you've missed it, and you enjoyed the way I can transmit information and my thoughts to you. So I decided to resume them. Maybe not every week, but certainly no more than 4 weeks apart. Today, because I haven't spoken to you for so long, this vlog is longer than normal. But please stick with me to the end. Today, I want to cover 2 items. Firstly, charity. On Wednesday last, Gail and I had the pleasure of spending almost the whole day with a group of nearly 50 children between 12 and 16 at Max Events for the Dorset Freemasonry Max Platinum event near Dorchester to celebrate the Queen's Jubilee earlier in the year. The event had been planned and organised, and every lodge in the province was approached and asked if they would like to sponsor 2 children at a cost of £60 for each child. Participating lodges were asked to select the children, but the comms team would help if they couldn't decide on who to select. With a total of 49 lodges in the province, that could have resulted in almost 100 children attending. However, only 16 lodges supported the event. Thanks to those lodges, we still funded nearly 50 children. Just imagine what we could have done if every lodge had risen to the occasion. There may well have been good reasons for this, such as local organisations unwilling to participate. However, donating for extras for the children would have been welcomed. And you also missed an opportunity to highlight your lodge, making a difference in the community. Mosaic, the charity for bereaved children, sent 2 children sponsored by a lodge. The charity liked the idea so much they paid for another child. Later, other lodges, unable to find children, were able to fund a further 5 children from Mosaic, a very positive message for us. Activities for the day featured registration, presentation of a Dorset Freemasonry baseball cap, a safety briefing. The children were split into 5 groups. Most of them knew only those children they'd come with, but by the end of the day, each had made many new friends. Some had gained confidence, and all of them were tired but happy. The main activities were .22 assault rifle shooting, axe throwing, that frightened me, bushcraft, then a barbecue lunch, which was included in the sponsorship, followed by an assault course, tug of war, and battle archery. Everything was done safely by fully trained professionals, and no injuries were sustained. Of course, there was some hurt pride, but that was mainly only from us adults. I spoke with a few attending adults and children taking part. Everyone, and I mean everyone, enjoyed the day, and all of them want to come again next year. Carers actually said that some of the children hadn't smiled that much in a long time. Others had gained more confidence after accomplishing activities that they'd never done before. So next year, let's try to double the attendance. We're now taking a long, hard look at running it every year, as it was certainly worthwhile. Now, I don't accept that this day was not in the spirit of Freemasonry, as had been suggested. This was a day for special children to be given confidence, build teamwork, and help remove some of the anxiety that many of the children of today seem to suffer, particularly those that are young carers, fostered, bereaved, or dealing with other issues. Best of all was the weather. It wasn't too hot, it was fine, and it was dry. As I said, all the children participated. And very little time, and I mean very little time, was spent on mobile phones, except for those taking photos. It was a great advert for Dorset Freemasonry. And thank you to Phil Coxall and his team for hosting the event at his 40-acre site, Max Events. The second item I want to talk to you about is a little more grim. The cost of living is increasing all the time. Heating costs will rise by a huge amount this winter. Food is going up so businesses can cover their costs. which means our disposable income is getting smaller. What is my point, you may ask? We know that. Well, my point is that we're all going to feel the pinch. Inevitably, the cost of our Freemasonry will rise. Rents charged by Masonic halls will have to increase to cover their heating and lighting bills. Dining fees will increase also, as will probably the cost of drinks. Inevitably, this will mean that lodge subscriptions will rise. But will they remain affordable? Many of us are in several lodges and other progressive and selective orders. Will we still be able to afford the status quo to remain? Personally, I doubt it. Lodges will have to look at raising their subscriptions, which will inevitably lead to resignations. Some lodges may even be unable to pay their way and may consider closing. So I ask you now, general purpose committees, don't bury your head in the sand and say we'll address it when it comes, because this will be too late. We need to look at lodge finances now. Can your lodge absorb the increases, or will you be putting the subs up? And how high will they have to rise? Please start appreciating how many members might leave your lodge because they can no longer afford it and either leave Freemasonry altogether or join a lodge which is a more affordable subscription, perhaps because they meet fewer times a year. There's never been a more appropriate time to reflect on these matters, so please examine all your options. Perhaps you may consider leaving your current building and move to somewhere where more lodges meet. This means more Masons are sharing the cost of running that building. Buildings committees need to bear this in mind too, because if lodges start to move, and your costs remain the same, then they are now spread around fewer members. I know this isn't a happy story. I know building committees will be thinking, he's at it again, he wants fewer centres. But brethren, the writing's on the wall, not just for Freemasonry, but many, many other organisations facing the same challenges. There has never been a more appropriate time to reflect on these matters. So, please examine all your options. It is thanks in no small way to the digital marketing campaign and the members' pathway approach that the province of Dorset is nearly back to our original numbers before the pandemic. Brethren, I don't want us to lose members, and I'm sure that neither do you. Please, please, please address these issues now so we can all look forward to a healthy future. I do hope that you and your families enjoy the rest of the wonderful summer. And until my next vlog, keep safe, keep well, and keep smiling.